Hi everyone, it's Raleigh, and today I'm planning my Hobonichi Cousin. I will be doing some of the monthly March stuff and then my weekly plan. So we'll start with updating. So this is the section, I forget what it's called, but I've been using it to kind of track some activity through the month and then kind of rewarding myself if I do well. Pretty simple setup. I use the set of washi that comes with it coordinates with the monthly kits from Coffee Monsterz Co. So I'm just gonna move this flower, and yeah, pretty simple. I just put these little strips here, and then put lists up top for I think home, wellness, and finance, and then I have a goal of how many times I'll do it in a month, and I just kind of fill them in. Usually every couple of days or so, I keep it updated. And yeah, so it's very, very simple, but I'm happy I've been using it consistently, not getting as much accomplished as I'd like, but still. So I found this is a pretty good system for using this, although I've seen some other really good ideas as well. This is what I'm doing for the first quarter. I figure each quarter I may change it up, but I'm going to stick with this format. So yeah, it's just a matter of filling in some of these. Same as the previous couple of months. And yeah, I just kind of track it by kind of how many kind of times I want to get this done, and then in the bottom I put how much each kind of unit is worth, usually about half an hour of time. Now I just add stickers to the bottom where I do put times, so usually it's about a half hour of time on each thing is worth a kind of credit or filled in line. And yeah, pretty simple, but it's been working for me. And just wrapping up, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah, just something different to do. If you guys have any ideas or something you found really works for this section, please let me know. And now on to the monthly, and I do always use Coffee Monsterz Co. It's the only kind of sticker company sets I use in my Hobonichi Cousin. So this is from the month kit and for March, and it's really, really pretty. So I'll just use these up top. And I found as I've gone on, I tend to keep the monthly pretty minimal because I don't use it a ton. I use the weekly and dailies quite a bit, but I do like having it as a reference. I actually have a traveler's notebook where I have another full kind of calendar set in there that I kind of tend to turn to more quickly. But I think this is good just for mainly putting the kind of regular things like when payday is or when recycling or garbage has to go out or any big appointments or anything, because sometimes depending on where I am when I'm trying to book something, it's good to have a quick reference. So I'm going to start by putting these little days of the week up top, and I really like the colors for this March kit. It's really, really pretty. So we'll get started with putting these on top, and a little crooked, but that's okay. Yeah, so I found that, yeah, I used to put a lot more stickers and a lot more things in here because I don't use it as often. I'm not doing quite as much of that, which is okay. But I do like setting it up. I think it's pretty. It's a nice little thing to look at. So we'll get these on. I've got all the days of the week up top, and then I've just got a few things. So I do like to put the stickers for when I have payday and when I have recycling, as well as any other kind of important dates or kind of meetings or things that I have, appointments. So I got my regular stuff, my payday, garbage, recycling, and now just a couple more things to put on here. I've got yesterday, which was the 2nd, was my dad's birthday, so I do want to put a notation for that with some balloons. And otherwise, I think it's just 1 or 2 appointments. And then I do also have a vacation coming up at the end of the month. And I think that's when the Easter weekend is as well. So I'll block those in. But yeah, I found I don't put a ton on these just because I don't use it that much. But it is a good reference if I need a quick look at something while I'm trying to schedule or get a sense of when things are happening. So yeah. And here's just one final quick look. Again, pretty minimal here. I find I use the weekly and daily quite a bit more. Hi, Ren. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And now on to the weekly. All right, first full week of March. So I will be using the stickers from the March monthly kit and some washi strips I got as well. And I'm going to start by putting the numbers down here. And this year has just flown by. And I've been doing pretty good this year, a few ups and downs, but overall things are going well. Last week was actually kind of an improvement from the previous couple of weeks, which was good. Some work stuff got resolved or on the way to resolve. So I had my doctor's appointment, got a lot of things done, which was nice. So I'm looking forward to keeping the momentum going this week. And I finished putting the numbers down, and now I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this. These are the coordinating washi strips for these monthly kits. And I really like these flowers and just want something cheerful. So I think I'll put this up top here. Just trim this off. Yeah, these designs are so pretty. I like it's all floral designs for Coffee Monsterz Co for the monthly kits. And yeah, it's really, really nice. And kind of appropriate because even though I'm in Canada and we're used to having a lot of snow, it's been very mild this winter, especially as far as snow. Actually kind of erratic weather, but especially in the last couple of weeks, but very little snow, which on one hand, it's nice not to have to drive, etc. in it, but it looks a little grim out. So all the more reason to use some flowers. And I've got this weekend banner. This is actually from another kit, but I think it will work well since I don't have quite enough washi to go across. And the color mostly goes. There we are. Actually, hang on. I can center. I'm not super fussy with this stuff, but I can do it a little better. And this week is nice. It's a much lighter week overall. After last week having a lot of things going on, this week is much lighter. And so I kind of want to use this week as, well, not really a reset, but I just want to kind of do a back to basics, which I like to do kind of the first week of the month anyway. Just some kind of self-care, good routines. Like I said, I've had a good week especially, and I just want to keep the momentum going, but kind of, yeah, back to basics, focus on stuff. Because I find if those things like taking care of myself or being active or eating well or reaching out to friends and family, if I do those things, the other things do tend to happen as well. So I think what I'm going to do, I do want to mark more stuff during the day, like different things that are happening during the day up top, but I do want to have a couple sections on the bottom. I'm thinking one that will be kind of like the main to-do list of specific things. And then I think on the other side, I'm going to do more of like a self-care focus. So I'm trying to think. I think I just want to do like a box. Ren is helping me. You see a little shadow there. Yeah, so I think I'll grab the green that kind of coordinates with this. And I love this little kind of stencil ruler thing. I believe this is a Hobonichi one. Oh, Ren. Okay. All right, so let me get this down. So yeah, I think just a couple boxes, and then I might have a couple of smaller sections where I'll just list some other things, but we'll get this down, and I think I'll go all the way around. We'll see. Okay, I finished up the box, and I think I'm gonna use labels. I think I wanna use some more of the text that I have. I haven't used those in a couple of weeks. I was gonna put to do, but I think maybe instead, I'm just gonna pull it up and see what else I have. Oh, you know what I forgot is the work up top. I usually put a work sticker up top. So I'll put that there with work because it is a full work week, which doesn't happen as often as I think because between holidays or vacations or we'll have the occasional wellness day, kind of fortunate that it's not as often that I'm working a full 5 days. So we'll just put the work sticker there, and I'll have to remember to go back later and put the arrows across. So yeah, I'm liking the look of this though. And I really like the colors on this set. And now just a sticker, and I think I'm going to use the get it done instead of the to do. And yeah, I think the only other pieces are, so I'm going to add a similar box on the left and maybe a tracker too. All right, so I did indeed put another box on the left. Hello again, Ren. And so that one I've labeled self-care, and I also put a tracker. So I'm going to use the tracker, I think, is like a mood tracker because I find that that's helpful. And up here, I'll put a relax because the start of the month is time to kind of regroup. And so yeah, lots of kind of positive, relaxing messages. Oh, and then I did want to, with this other space at the bottom, I'm going to use it just for a couple of lists of, I think, friends I need to reach out to this or want to reach out to this week, what I want to read, what I want to watch. I do find having those little prompts here is helpful because I've been trying to not just sort of drift off into losing hours at a time, not doing a whole lot. And it's okay. It's great to watch a show or to read, but I find I just kind of spend time trying to figure out what to read or what to look at. So I have found it's helpful to have these lists in here because then I'll think, okay, this is the thing I want to read or this is the thing I want to watch. And it helps to cut down on some of that. And especially for this week, just reminding me to take time to do these things too, because they're important as well. So yeah, I really like the way that it's looking. And I know I say this probably every video, but just having these kits to use is great because it really does help sort of pull everything together. So I'll put a couple other things. I've got my payday note. I'll also have, this week is recycling. Yeah, see if I can find a, oh, and I've also got to do my arrows. So before I do that, I'll put my arrows before I forget. But yeah, I'm looking forward to March. And some of the bigger goals I'd set, I'm going to sort of move them along. I had a lot of, stuff I wanted to get done in the first quarter, and some of it I've done, but not everything. So rather than trying to push through that list of whatever's left, which is actually part of my traveler's notebooks, I've sort of told myself I'm going to use this month again just to keep up the good habits and routines, build those, and maybe plan a little more thoughtfully about what I'm going to do kind of once we hit April and that next quarter starts. I'm getting a better sense, and planning certainly helps, of kind of what's achievable and reasonable. So, okay, so I've got the recycling there. And I am actually just making one other adjustment to how I use my traveler's notebooks. I've been tweaking it a little the last few weeks, so I think I've got a good system that I'll be keeping with. And then I will certainly share that with everybody. That one other sticker, just because, yeah, flowers make me happy, and it has been a little dreary out. All right, just a matter of filling it in. And we're back, so I have filled it in. Now the top part looks a little empty because I will just during the day kind of document the things that I'm doing, kind of like this. But I think this is a good setup. I've got my list of self-care stuff I want to be mindful of and kind of track, and then as well as a get it done list and a few other little kind of reminders of things to read and watch. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon.